Welcome back, everyone. It's a Tier 6 game on Serene Coast, and I am trying out the brand new KV-85. This is actually technically the third drive I've had. It's the first time I've driven it solo, though. The other two times are both in Stronghold battles. So, KV-85, my impressions so far have actually been reasonably positive. I know I might be a unique, minor voice in this, in the fact that everyone's bemoaning the loss of their beautiful Tier 6 Doom machine. I think that was the KV-1S. But I actually feel like this tank might fit the game better than the old KV-1S did. The old KV-1S was, let's be honest, a medium with a giant foom gun. This is not a giant medium with a foom gun. This actually feels like a heavy tank. Because it is a heavy tank. It's a KV-85. The new Top Gun, because you could see the old DT-25 on it, but let's be honest, I like the DT-25 stats, and then I compare it with this gun, the one I'm looking right now, the 100mm, and I said, oh god, it's the 100mm is definitely the gun of choice for every possible reason. Yeah, okay, didn't look too good the first shot right there, but first of all, it's got a reload that's significantly faster than that of the KV-1S. It now shoots it almost 2-to-1. And even though it's got 5mm less penetration, oh no, 170mm pen versus 175, it's actually not that big a deal. And with 250 alpha, that means that for those two shots, you might get to do 500 damage in the same amount of time. You might be able to shoot the KV-1S twice to 500 damage in the same amount of time he shot you once for 390. As you can see, the armor on this thing is still reasonable. Not fantastic, but reasonable. There's things you can do with it that are very hard to do with the 1S. For example, long-range sniping. Okay, so I only got a critical hit that time. I think I shot him in the gun. But hey, these things happen. But here, here's a slightly better example of how to make it work. Check that out. 0.38 accuracy. Downright reasonable for a heavy tank gun, Russian heavy tank gun. Now look at this, already loaded. If you I'd still be waiting. Here I am, aiming. And shooting through tiny, narrow passages. And the old KV-1S gun probably would have shot the rock. So I'm sitting here having a long-range gun duel with a pair of T-150s. This is actually an interesting comparison. The T-150 is better armored and in theory better armed, but I can shoot 3 times to their twice. Once again, it means they do 640 damage the amount of time I do 750. As a result, I can actually outshoot a T-150 because we have almost the exact same number of hit points. He's only got 10 more hit points than I do when fully upgraded. So my team has failed in the West in this one. I feel like I'm doing okay here. I mean, I'm still at full health. There's a pair of T-150s that have me concerned. This is a platoon of T-150s up there, and I'm like, hey, gotta go. But first, I'm trying to attack them. That's when suddenly I hear the arty calling for help. And that has me worried. The last thing we need is for the enemy to get behind us. Snapshot is T-150 when I see him vanishing. Like the 1S gun, can't expect it to do lots of snapshots and be successful. But now I'm turning around to go back and try and save the artillery, because I might need him to help kill those T-150s. And also because I just don't want anyone capping out from behind us or whatnot. As I'm disengaging now, I'm feeling a little bad about leaving these guys to face this T-150 platoon by themselves. So I'm looking for opportunities to do some damage, but when I get to this point, I go myself, nope, not going to happen. I turn it and go rolling this way to try and rescue my artillery. Which is important because he just lost his last protector. Now T-34, I'm hoping to sneak up on him. So I've come over here thinking, oh, I'll rush in on him. I'm like, no, actually I'm going to try and sneak up on him. We're going to try and come around this way and catch him at close range. Behind me, well, the team fights on. What's left of it. As you can see, both teams have reduced to a very small number of vehicles, and right now, almost the entire enemy team is engaged with those 3 up there, except for that T-34, who me and the M41 are trying to engage. And that platoon, well, they're half dead, but the remaining one is proving that he is on top of things. Alright, come out here, hoping to find T-34, and he's not here. Hello, T-34. Come to the Jackson, they will only sting for a moment. So I looped this way, thinking maybe he was going back to flank the others. T-150 takes out the Su-85. But then is taken out in turn by the enemy T-150. At this point, I realized, okay, T-34 has clearly booked it. I need to fall back into a defensive position. <sighs> 736 damage done, so 3 good hits so far. Yeah, not gonna say this tank is the end-all be-all. The KV-1S was probably one of the most overpowered and amazing tanks in the game. And this tank is not that tank. It's slower, is less mobile. Armor's about the same, maybe a little bit lower, but you have more hit points to play with. So, you know, okay trade right there. It's not a slow heavy tank. It's making, as you might notice, 30 kph along here. That's not slow at all. Sure, there are faster tanks, but you're a heavy tank. You're not supposed to be super fast. You're supposed to be fast enough. It's really all about getting that armor and that gun into play. This gun is definitely worth getting into play. So I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to perch myself on top of right here in hopes that I can get myself a medium range engagement with the T-150. So here we go. We're going to speed up time a little bit because it gets a little boring right here as I sit here and start asking for data on our surviving enemy tanks. You can see I'm all set up, prepared for an ambush. The part of me is kind of like I halfway expect something to appear behind me. It'll have to rush it to cut it down. But hiding here has some advantages. First of all, I'm pretty already safe right here. So hopefully the M41's got the sense to just keep his nerve up. Positioned over there, he's covering our left, and if anything tries to get to him, he'll have to cross behind me first, and he'll be spotted, and he'll have a chance to turn around. But you can see he keeps moving on the minimap. He's nervous. Which is understandable, he's a half-health Artie. And frankly, that T-150 that just showed up can easily one-shot him. And does so. Well, that's alright. I can see now it's definitely a half-health T-150. I actually missed seeing it earlier. And I said to myself, oh, excellent. So, I reload with APCR because he does have better armor than I do. And I want to make sure these shots count. Here we go, T-150 versus KV-1S. He misses, I bounce. Silly armor. Look at this. Reloaded. Put a solid hit into him. Eat the hit. It was a big hit, 300 damage, but boom. I definitely reload first. Then move immediately to an already safe position. I hope. Right up here against this rock to make the Artie's job a little harder of shooting me, because I know he's got to be aiming this way. But once I'm sure he no longer sees me, I move out, because now I've got a easy one-shot T-34 and an easy kill Artie to hunt down and slay. So once again, go into double speed. So I'm going to try and find that T-34. I want to kill him first, take out the last remaining set of eyes for the artillery. I first reload the high explosive. The T-34 has so little health that I want to make sure I kill him, and I know T-34 can bounce things. And oh look, something's covered crossing my cap. And look at that, it did cross my cap. So I go racing back, looking for that T-34. Where did he go? Well, what's going on? Just come racing out over here, pop up looking for him. Hello? Nope, he wasn't there, so I once again go looking through all the local hiding places for him. The T-34 is proving to be elusive, and I have no idea where he's hiding right now. Here, maybe? Right here. I'm chilling right here. The bushes along here. Come on, where are you? Now this tank, see, I'm making low 30s. It's still a good tank. It's got decent mobility. You saw me dodge around the trees there. But this gun has one big advantage over the KV-1S. You're going to see it right here with this gun. T-34 suddenly pops up, little tiny target, hull down, moving, accuracy. This gun has significantly better accuracy than the old 122 and the KV-1S ever had. You see here, zigzagging to make the artillery job aiming me a little bit harder because I don't have any good arty cover nearby, so I think I'll just be evasive. It works. He misses me by a mile. Well, okay, less than a mile, but nowhere near close enough to do damage. And now it's arty hunting time. So we're going back to double speed. While I race northward, my idea being, well, if I get there in time, I'll just cap. If I don't find him, I'll just cap to force the arty to come to me. And if it isn't, I'll hunt him down and kill him. So he's probably chilling somewhere up there. So honestly, I have 500 health. There's no way he's going to kill me. The odds he'll kill me with the first shot are very, very small. Unless he's got heat loaded. And even then, you need a high roll, a good penetrating roll, and a high damage roll. So I'm just about to turn to his base when suddenly, yep, he drove down the other way and is capping. Fine. I'll drive back and kill you on my cap because I'm looking at the counter and I'm looking at the amount of time left. And I know it looks a little funny right now because of the weird way the ×2 speed works with this, but he doesn't actually have quite enough time to win that way. You can't cap it out. He realizes this when I say, fine, I'll come and kill you now. And he's running to hide. He's realized the best he can hope for now is a draw. So where could he be going? I know he's hiding. I'll come up here looking to see if he's trying to ambush me. Nope. Conscious of time, I know it's time getting down. There's only 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. There he is. 3, 2. Gun depression problems. Boom. 0. Dang. That was close. Almost came that one to draw, but I got lucky. I stumbled across the artillery. And because this gun's more accurate than the 122, I could take that snapshot and know I had a reasonable chance of getting the hit. And as it turned out, I did. He died, and I was able to win the game. So the KV-85, it's very different than the old 1S. It doesn't have its mobility. It doesn't have its ridiculous gun depression. Dear God, it does not have that gun depression. And that's almost a good thing, actually, I think. It forces you to play this tank very, very differently. But it has, I think, a superior gun to the old DT-25. The mobility is while not quite as good, is still actually really good for a tier 6 heavy tank. The armor is definitely adequate. The hit points, the extra hit points, ooh, those are nice. And overall, I feel like this is, take it as its own tank and seeing where it fits into the pantheon of tier 6s, that this is actually an excellent tank. It lives quite comfortably in that spot in between the T150's up, like decent 107mm gun and heavy armor, but very, very slow. The KV-2 is also very slow, but carries that massive smash cannon. This guy is its own beast. He actually, in some ways, handles like an American tank, like the M6 or something like that simply doesn't have as much armor, but has a much harder hitting, much more brutal cannon than the American one. So yeah, I like the KV-85. I think it also fits the game better. It's not gonna abuse the game the way the old KV-1S could. And so I actually kind of welcome seeing this tank in my garage, and I look forward to playing it some more in the future. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that game. Good game, and good night.